What's going on? We are Holy Grail. I'm Eli Santana. I play guitar and...
I am Tyler Meal, and I play the drums.
Yeah, so there's 3 other guys. We're a 5-piece. And
we're the only 2 drivers of this ginormous tour bus.
And we haven't named this yet.
Well, it came with the name.
Did it come with the name?
We rented the van, and it came with the name Tatiana. We've been treating her like that.
Yeah.
Like a Tatiana.
Welcome to the cockpit. A little extra cock on this side and this pit. But yeah, so we are the 2 drivers for Holy Grail. The other ones don't drive for whatever reasons.
Not necessarily their choice, but we chose because they messed up a few times too many.
Yeah.
And we're also the only ones that drink, so it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, we got we used to have a GPS, but then that thing didn't know the traffic, so we stepped into 2019, got a cell phone holder, and Google tells us how to avoid the traffic. And then it also puts us on the wrong highways because we got the trailer. So, you know, we do the illegal driving on parkways and say it was Google's fault. So
I know a lot of we've actually gotten shit for this on like Facebook, where like, you know, someone will take a picture of everyone racked out while it's one person driving. They're like, wait, someone's not doing co-pilot to keep the other guy awake? Yeah, we don't do that. No. Everyone just goes to sleep. We really don't listen to music because there's always someone asleep, which it's like, I feel bad.
You put both earphones in illegally, and then just drive as fast as you can.
This is the most incriminating thing ever. But yeah, it's actually my alone time. So I actually, when someone's up here talking to me and like talking my ear off, it's just like, I talked to you the whole tour. Like, this is my time to get away.
I much prefer for everyone to sleep.
Yeah.
While I'm driving.
Like, it's those things where you're like, oh, I kind of wouldn't just zone out and look at the road and do that whole thing, and then you see somebody open like a Red Bull, and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna talk to me right there. So, and then it's usually we're either sleeping or driving, pretty much, and there hasn't been shifts. It's pretty much like, how do you feel? Which one of us feels worse after the night of drinking? And then
it's usually me. You're usually you've been doing good this tour, driving a lot more.
That's, you know, there's been less whiskey on this tour, so.
Well, yeah.
Luckily,
playing last on this tour helps because then you're not drinking the whole time while the last band's playing.
That's actually true. I try not to drink before going on. Now, as I get more comfortable with the set, it gets earlier and earlier. But I usually try to drink on stage.
So yeah, we just pick up usually the whatever is here to help. You know, stuck with trash and stuff. I've been drinking green powder mixed with water lately, but we've been out of water, so save water, drink energy drinks.
Yeah, and we haven't had stage water, so we'll just drink beer on stage, which is, it's like, for some reason I feel dehydrated this tour more often than not, but so here we got some video games.
They came with the van.
They came with the van. We can't figure out how to use the thing. So they've just kind of been floating around in the way. I bet you it's fun. I bet you that's a lot of fun.
Driving if you really wanted.
Oh yeah.
But we haven't turned this thing on once.
No. Alex tried today, our other guitar player. So what we do have is here's
parking tickets.
Parking tickets.
It's a rental,
controller.
So just whatever. More parking tickets.
We did
toll money.
Well, we usually like we'll pick somebody walking down the street and we'll rob them, and so that's where that money goes. So that goes for everybody.
That's the tip jar.
And then there was some headphones. We had some sweet Striker CDs in here.
Oh, but the CD player's covered with this cell phone mount, so we just have to sit in silence.
Yeah, and then and here's the move, the ultimate move. If it's like a straightaway, like on the 10. You want to work on some licks, you got this little guy. It doesn't go out to here. There's no head, so you could just shred. Because I'm a pretty good knee driver, so I could just work on some licks. If it's a straightaway, we don't really do it on windy roads. Like, not much. It's more legato when it's on windy roads, like so. So that's how we keep our chops up on the road while driving. We're figuring out a drum thing for him, so
some little pedals down here.
Yeah,
because I was trying to gas and then the brake, and then that wasn't working. But.
So what I like about us, we're getting Jimmy there. He's working there. He's the new bass player. But, so here's how it usually goes. One of us is driving, and then Alex is up front. He always sleeps in the front.
That's the best part.
He likes to sleep in the passenger seat. We think because he promised his mom he'd wear a seatbelt the whole time. And that's okay.
He won't admit it, but yeah.
Yeah, he'll see this. And
he also uses all crosswalks. Only crosswalks.
So, here's my spot. So here's my camouflage sleeping bag, just in case like shit goes down and we're in the woods and I'm like, I'm gonna catch some Z's and no one will see me. And then this actually has been my pillow the whole time I've been in Holy Grail. So we got a Zing, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man fighting Dr. Octopus. Actually, I thought it was Spider-Man fighting Elton John for the longest time, but it's my thing, and I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I was a little bummed I didn't get cast as the new one. There's probably a lot of reasons. So, I told Jimmy, man, if you want to be here, you could just spread out. And so he likes to, when I'm driving, he likes to be in both bunks, which is driving me insane, and I got to bring it up. But
well, it's because there's no chargers back here. Our van, we put in like, we wired in some 12-volt chargers all the way down, but this one, our van wouldn't start before this tour, so now we got like these long-ass cables, and then Luna's got his like vegan food here and stuff.
So here's the reality of rock and roll right here.
Gatorade.
And he drinks a lot more water than I do. That's not a that's not an orange.
And this is Luna.
Yeah. So that is from Buc-ee's, which is the most amazing truck stop.
Gas? No, they don't.
It's gas. They don't let trucks there.
No trucks allowed.
In the world, like they have everything. They have the most like they have these stalls that are so like private that like a lot of times I don't even have to go to the bathroom. I just go in there to get away and I just hang out by myself.
That's what George Costanza's wanted since the 90s.
Yeah, you just hang out in there naked, full. And so they make their own beef jerky, which is incredible, and then they even have shirts, and then they're killing it. So I always say I've died and gone to Buc-ee's.
But this is great because he got this thing which is very water sealed tight, and usually this is Luna's bench, and he just has kind of random fruit, and he's vegan, so he's got random fruit and vegetables everywhere. But as you'll see, there's very few fruit flies in here because they're all just infesting themselves in there.
So that's the mobile Whole Foods right there in his bunk. It's a bench, but like we say bunk, so it sounds like we're a real band. Oh, in my bunk I have this. They're benches, which we do sleep in here. Which I think that's a good segue to move to this man's area. This is what we call the den of love, and that's why he gets it for himself, because it's pretty much not only does he drink and play rock and roll, but it's just all the ladies come to him, and that's why they need more room.
But I share this with everybody. This is the band area. Usually there's the band condom somewhere.
Yeah. We do have the band condom, which it's rules. You use the band condom, just put it back. It's just courtesy. Be kind, rewind.
I've got the energy stuff, but we ran out of water a long time ago, so this really it helps me feel better. It's green shit.
So you don't have to eat a salad, you can just chug it.
Yeah, chug your salad. And I got my chocolate meal. Old chocolate milk for proteins. And then, laptop. And there's really hard to get cool back here because the air conditioning is all up there, and then everyone gets really cold, and then you get really hot back here. But then you just sweat out all the toxins anyway. So this might be a little gross and sandy. So here is the trailer. It's full of deads right now. Deads are dead cases. And
yeah, it's not a bunch of dead bodies. We got rid of those.
Well, when we're crossing the Canadian border, they asked how many bodies were in here, and we said none. He said, you never know. But tip of advice, when you're going through the Canadian border, and then you have drugs on you, which of course we do not, or dead bodies or anything, or firearms.
We don't.
We have none of those things. However, it's good to have a case of beer, because they say, do you have any firearms, tobacco, or drugs? And we're like, yeah, man. And then they're like, oh shit. And then we just say we got beer. And then you leave it in the back. And then they see the beer, they see that we claimed it, and then they don't really ask more questions about the other illegal things.
And then it's like, oh, what's that knocking in the back? And they're like, oh, it's a loose bearing. And they're like, they're good for it.
Yeah.
You know. So actually, this is really good beer to be just kind of hanging around. We just get given awesome beer. One did blow up on our merch, so if you did get a damp shirt from us, I'm so sorry. But you get the whole experience.
They weren't pre-shrunk anyway, so
you should. Oh, okay. You buy a shirt from a band, wash it. You don't know where that thing's been.
So yeah, usually everyone helps load. That's a joke, but I'm usually the one who just kind of Tetrises it in, and everyone brings the stuff out, and then we pack it up all nice, and then by the time we get to the next show, I've done a really poor job and everything's falling out.
Yeah. So it keeps you on your toes. So if you open up a trailer half asleep, you'll probably die. And it's not your fault. Your Tetris is amazing. It's too good. Because if it was bad Tetris, it would be packed, but there's still room because your Tetris is that good.
Yeah, you'd think I'd learn by now. Space it out.
Yeah.
Tetris is fun.
Yeah, we like Tetris. It's good for PTSD, which I'm probably gonna have after this tour.
Thanks for checking the van out. We are Holy Grail. We got a website, holygrailofficial.com. Same with Instagram, Holy Grail Band.
Holy Grail Band.
And then Twitter, we don't use that.
We do have it though, same thing.
Yeah, Holy Grail Band.
Go ahead and tweet at us if you're into that type of relationship where you don't have any give back. We'll get better, I promise. And then what else for Holy Grail? We got Facebook.
And this is the Dudley Rippin' Tour. We only got 6 shows left, but by the time this comes out, probably will be over.
Yeah, and please check out Bewitcher, who's on tour with us. They're amazing. And Striker as well. I only say that because he's over there. Go check out the back catalog of Huntress, which we used to play in. We got Alien Satan coming out, right? You still want to play in the band, right?
Yes.
So that's at Alien Satan on Instagram, which is mainly just me for now, but it'll be more stuff. We got some stuff coming out, so
gotta record that record.
We do have to record it. It's written. Speaking of which, Holy Grail should have some stuff to put out soon.
Yeah, we got a record coming out.
You heard it. You can't go back now, man.